Ooh, shalom, shalom, hello. First and foremost, I'm going to say all praises go to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the great Ali Shaitan of Israel, the great I am, my Father in heaven, giving all respect to his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his Father's beautiful royal right arm, my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my Redeemer, my Comforter, and the only one that died for Israel and rose to sit to become his Father's right arm, and the only one that pleaded his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for salvation. I ruined that pretty bad. Giving much respect to Great Millstone, the brothers that gave me this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this word, and helped me to, make me a strong man and help me to endure these times that are ahead, which are these hard times that are coming, and prepare me for, the end of days that are ahead of us for these last times. Giving much respect to the double honors to Great Millstone. Shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the word, and they may not be from Great Millstone, but they still follow them and they listen to their classes and they learn from them, and they go to the highways and byways and they do the work at home as much as possible. Shalom to those brothers. Shalom to the Aqua, the beautiful women that's in the word, and whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawah, and you listen and you learn in silence. Coming back at you with another video, and this one is real positive, and it gets straight to the point. Sometimes, when you lost, and sometimes when you stress, because God says worrying is a sin, you give it to Yahawah, you give it to the Lord. The more and more and more bad things happen, the more and more you praise Yahawah and you give Yahawah worship. So, that's pretty much what this episode is about, to give the Lord, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, his worship, and be grateful for the things that we do have, and, being on a self journey and, self-realization from time to time when I do need it. This is always good to do. So, this video is dedicated to Yahawah. Well, all videos are. But, this one is, thank you, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for all the things that you do. And thank you for the things that you've given me. Thank you for allowing me to traverse these days, allowing me to see these days. Thank you for giving me the truth and knowing the Bible and knowing the prophecies and knowing the breakdowns. Thank you for allowing me to be strong and endure these days, and giving me a way when I feel like there is no way. So, we can go to Psalms. Psalms is good for these this will work. This is Psalms book 3, Psalm 73 through 89. Psalm 73, a psalm of Asaph. It says, truly Yahawah is good to Israel. It says, to such are pure in heart. But as for me, my feet had almost stumbled. My steps have nearly slipped. For I was envious of the boastful when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Right. So, we all get to that point to where we get a little jealous of people that are progressing around us. And, and particularly this precept is talking about, the white man and how much they don't have a care in the world, while we have all the cares that we can barely hold, so it gives us that jealousy to know that some of the white people or the white people that you see from every day, they really don't have a worry. They don't have to stress. They don't have to worry about things that the children of Israel worry about, or, like I said, looking around you, others that are progressing, and no matter how much you try to do it the right way, they do it the wrong way and they progress even more than you do. So it says, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, so it can go two ways. Mainly the example is for the Edomites and how they don't have a care in the world, rather than the children of Israel who got all these worries and all these cares on them that are creating burdens that can stop their progression in life, and that's just what it is, because we do see it a lot. And it says my feet had almost stumbled, meaning that it's saying that his faith had almost weakened by seeing the prosperity of the wicked and how good they're doing and their daily life and their rewards that they're getting. And it just made him look like, what about the children of Israel? But knowing as much as David knew, because David wrote the Psalms, well, most of them, knowing what he knew, you know what I'm saying? He knew that we got the greatest gift of all, which is Yahawah, which is the Lord. So that's why he said, my feet almost stumbled. It says, for there are no pangs in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, nor are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride serves as their necklace. Violence covers them like a garment. Their eyes bulge with abundance. They have more than heart could wish. It says they scoff and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Right. So the more and more we oppress, the more and more they deny it. It's like, okay, you deny your oppression. You deny the oppression of the blacks, but you're the reason why they're there. And then they constantly blow it off like, oh, no, we didn't do it. Our past ancestors did it. They did it, so they tend to forget, what I'm saying, about, the things that happened to the children of Israel. Sorry, my lesson totally went another way. Maybe that's Yahawah Shem Shai. That is the Lord working in spirit, and he wants to get to the matters at hand. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has actually got his eyes on the enemy. So, to be honest, Yahawah is tired of his people being under oppression. And right now, his work right now and the things that are going on in the world is solely towards the Edomites that rule it. So the Most High, he got his target on destroying them so we can be free. That's the whole get down right now. And to get rid of this world, that's keeping us chained down. The Most High is like, there's even the world as the age of the world wise. The people that's ruling it, the times that we in, the Most High is, even all this got to go so the world can be remade and made a better place for the children of Israel. But we got to go through the things that we got to go through because we turned away from the Lord. Praise Yahawah Shem Shai for even having a place for us and having a better place created just for us so we can dwell with him. So, praise Yahawah Shem Shai in the name of Yahushua. That's why it says, truly Yahawah is good to Israel. He is good to Israel because in the end, everything that we've lost, all the stuff that we got stolen from us, all of our destroyed places, our royalty, our money, all that is going to come back. So, by us knowing this, we are able to endure, and keep going, until, the end comes. So it says, They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens. It says, and their tongues walk through the earth. Right. So they make fun of the heavens, meaning that they not only blaspheme God, but they make fun of the rulership, those of them that used to rule. So in their minds, they'd be like, "Do you actually believe that those Negroes or those niggers used to rule the world? Couldn't you believe something like that?" No, I can't. And they actually have dialogue like that. A lot of them think like this, and they so clean, they so uppity, they so into the royalty that they took, that they no longer feel like they have the need to curse. So a lot of us brothers and sisters of children of Israel, we do use dirty words, curse words. And while the enemy, he's so up and he's so feeling like he just got it like that, they don't use curse words. That's why it says he speaks. They speak lawfully. It says, and their tongues walk through the earth. Right, with their news and their medias and stuff, the earth follows whatever they dictate, whatever they put up on a movie, whatever artists that they bring out, whatever videos that they create, all the way from the video games, whatever they're putting in schools, their tongues walk through the earth, whatever it is said, go, and it says they set their mouth against the heavens, they blaspheme God, and they blaspheme his children, because the heavens is talking about a rulership. So they make fun of the children of Israel when they say that they used to. No, when the Negroes, Mexicans, and Indians say that they're the children of Israel, everybody laughs at them, not knowing that that's literal and that's actually very serious. That's not something to laugh at, but for them not knowing and for them not having an understanding, people would laugh at this and be like, no, it's not. The children of Israel are in Israel right now to this day. But if they were, then the world would be renewed. And it wouldn't be no more war. The chariots would be coming down to talk to them, and Yahawah would be communing with them, but he's not. So that's another major problem, is that you got imposters in the land of Israel that are not the Israelites. And they said that they are. Well, if you were the children of Israel, then why isn't the world renewed? Why isn't Yahawah Shai here? Where are the angels? If you say that, you say who you are, which is causing a monkey wrench in the design. So, a lot of people are laughing, but in the back of their minds, they like, could they be telling the truth? I think they might be telling the truth about the Negroes, Mexicans, and Indians being the lost sheep of Israel, which they are, but people still laugh at that, be like, oh, I still think it's kind of funny. Like, they think they royalty. Who do they think they are? They have nothing. They come from nothing. No, we just been forgotten about. And the Lord knows it. Yahawah knows it. He said, my children have been forgotten about. That's all. Well, the Lord hasn't forgotten about us, but I'm just saying, like, royalty and all of our ancient kings and all of the stuff that we've been through, yeah, it's been forgotten about. What they thought. It says, therefore this people return here, and waters are full. No, and waters of a cup are full. No, the waters of a full cup are drained by them. It says, and they say, how does Yahawah know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who are always at ease. They increase in riches. Surely I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocent. For all day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. Yep. With poverty, with destruction, with oppression, with money, jobs. A black man can wake up and it's always something that's going to bother him, always. Especially if you into the truth. Oh yeah, you're going to wake up with this on your mind constantly. It gives you a universal mind, so you are circumspect about everything. when when you get up in the morning, when you go to sleep, you always thinking about Yahawah. You always thinking about when the end come. You always thinking about your condition. How could you make it better? How can you change things? You're always thinking about your family. You're always thinking about your friends. Like, even though they all cut off and you can be a solo kind of guy, you still think about these things. This is a universal mindset. So, that Yahawah gives you that godlike mind, the godlike mindset, and that godlike mindset is a universal mindset. So it says, if I had said I will speak thus, behold, I would have been untrue to the generation of your children. When I thought how to understand this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of God. Then I understood their end. Right. So before, when I wasn't in the Word, it would be too hard for me to explain the Bible to you. But now that I'm in the Word, and now that I've seen what Yahawah wanted to show me, you know what I'm saying? Now that I've seen it from my own eyes, now I can understand it and explain it to this generation. But it's hard because the generation is so wicked and so perverse. They don't want to hear about the Word. They want to do whatever they find interesting in the world. They want to idolize that. They want to worship that. Because what you don't understand, that in this world and in these dark times, you indulge in certain things as an act of worship. So if you don't worship Yahweh Shem Shai on a regular, then you gotta be worshiping something else. Some people worship video games, some people worship drugs, some people worship money, some people worship jobs, some people worship their friends, some people worship different idols, like, Buddha and, the Jesus Christ thing, the Christianity thing, Kali, it's all kinds of things that you can be worshiping and you're not worshiping Yahawah. But these kids nowadays, they don't understand what that really is and how bad the situation for the children of Israel is. A lot of kids don't care too much about the Bible, which is a part of, the right hand's plan. The left hand's plan, Yahweh's left hand, is to catch people unawares. So that's how he's going to catch a lot of people unawares, because they don't want to read the Bible. They don't want to pray. They don't want to put in no work. They don't want to acknowledge Yahweh. They don't want to acknowledge their God in return. So it's supposed to be good news to hear about the Word, but, sadly, it's not to certain people. So a lot of people don't be into the Bible like they supposed to. So it says, surely you set them in slippery places. You cast them down to destruction. Oh, how they are brought to desolation as in a moment. They are utterly consumed with terrors as a dream when one awakes. So Yahawah, when you awake, you shall despise their image. Right. So these white people think that they at peace. They think that they got it all. They think that they living their best life, per se. But what they don't know is that they are the ones that God is going to catch in the blind, right along with the rest of our people that follow them. And when Yahawah catches these Edomites in the blind, it's going to be like they never had anything. They gonna finally wake up from this dream that they've been having about rulership and about having all the money in the world and having the cars, having the homes, having the education, being able to go anywhere in the world, them feeling like their God is just a dream, and at some point in time the dream will end. And when they wake up from this dream, they're going to wake up into a literal reality that is a nightmare for them. So that's what God is saying. And that's why the Lord says, don't be jealous at the reward of the wicked, because trust me, you don't want what they have. What they have is fake. What they have is a farce. You know what I'm saying? They show you like that. They show you that on certain movies and stuff about how, you know, different curses and different scary movies about how a person could be eating a whole banquet of beautiful apples and grapes and turkeys and different kind of fruits and different kinds of vegetables, but in reality, when the person or whoever it is snaps them out of their dream, they actually eating rotten meat and maggots and blood and eyeballs and guts. That is the white man. So God is like, if you're looking, look again. And this white man is thinking that he eating a beautiful godlike banquet when he's actually eating blood, guts, and eyes and arms of all these dead people, and he thinks in his mind that it's actually a godlike dinner set table when it's not. He probably on the ground eating it. That's that's what we call a strong delusion. So that's what our people is trapped in, that strong ass delusion, to where they think that everything is okay. There's nothing's going to happen to them. Everything is fine. What are you doing in the next 2 years? Where you see yourself? Just things like that, when God is like, you gravely mistaken. You actually think that this white man is going to reign forever, when that ain't true. There is a consequence to what he's doing. That's why God said you don't want to be, like the Edomites. You don't want to be like them. You're going to find out their latter end real soon, and it's not going to be pretty. It's actually going to be pretty horrifying when God wakes the white man up out of his dream. And that's what's going to happen. And when we wake up out of our nightmare, which is the dream, we're in a dream too. When we wake up, we're going to wake up out of the nightmare into a beautiful reality. While the white man, when he wake up out of his beautiful dream, he going to wake up into a reality that's a nightmare. And ain't going to be no escape. So it says, thus my heart was grieved, and I was vexed in my mind. I was so foolish and ignorant. I was like a beast before you. Nevertheless, I am continually with you. You hold me by my right hand. You will guide me with your counsel, and afterwards receive me to glory. It says, whom have I in heaven but you? That's right. That's because Yahawah is all we got. The Lord is all we got. The one that's the same. Yep, the same one that kills and is the king of terrors. You know what I'm saying? The world ender. The destroyer is the very shield and buckler and sword of the children of Israel. He is our salvation. And it's the white man's, he's the white man's destruction. He's the terror. He's the boogeyman that the world is afraid of. That's one thing that the world is afraid of that isn't a part of the word, is the return of God. They are afraid of that. They don't want that to happen. They don't want to see nothing like that, but it's all a part of prophecy in the world that we live in, that it's meant to happen. So, because this is Yahawah's will. This ain't got nothing to do with how people think and what they want. People still believe in a will when there is no such thing. You know what I'm saying? You do what the Lord wants you to do. You're not in control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You only have a small degree of that control. You know what I'm saying? And barely even that small degree. We all puppets on a string being controlled by God. And mainly, to be honest, the real reality around it is that the children of Israel is the ones, we connected to Yahawah, but we not understanding the world around us, that everything is, you know, is a, you know, the puppets and the things, because Yahawah created us. Yahawah created Yahweh Shai created us, and we created these people, you know. So we don't remember that, you know, and we feel like it's outrageous, but it's not too far from the truth. And these people are nothing but puppets. When God clipped their strings, they all just gonna drop. They nothing but toys for the children of Israel, and Yahweh is about done with this toy that the child of Israel is playing with, because it's broken, it's bad. So God say, I'm gonna give you something better to play with, you know, and that's just how it's gonna be. So, you know, we under control, but and at the same time, the rest of the world is very under control, you know. And it was a point in time to where we would had them on hamstrings dancing around and stuff for us, you know. But we know through all things, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem Shai controls all things, even us. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's levels to this shit. It is. So it says, whom have I in heaven but you? It says, and there is none upon earth that I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart fail. It says, but Yahweh is my strength, is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. That's right. And that's what a lot of prophets and a lot of the strongest people in the Bible knew. The strongest Israelites in the Bible knew that Yahweh will dwell with me forever. The enemy can never truly have a victory because he doesn't have God on his side. That is one of the biggest flaws. Why you think that they try to do away with the Bible? Why do you think that they don't want no part? Oh my goodness, what is that? It's because the window open. There's always something inviting itself in here. But yeah, why do you think that the enemy tries to do away with the Bible, do away with the laws, talk about there is no God, there is no such thing as a soul? You know, they try to take spirituality and replace it with science. That's what the white man does. He tries to switch and perverse creation as it is, because he knows that Yahweh is not, God is not with him. God ain't with him, you know. Yahweh is allowing him to gain edge, but he truly doesn't have the edge that he wants. And, you know, and the time comes, he gonna figure just how much edge that he really had. And he didn't really have little to none. So, you know, the white man is aware of that. That's why he don't like God. He don't like anything to do with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, none of that, you know. He even made up a fake religion that he even tired of hearing, because the white man is actually godless. So he could care less about that. Jesus Christ is fake anyway. So the white man say, I'm just going to do away with all the religions and make all the world just follow me, and I'll be able to teach and dictate and shape the world the way I want it. That's how the white man think, because he don't have God with him. And that's another thing that's making him jealous. Like, how come I didn't get the spirit? How come I didn't get this royalty? How come I didn't get this right? You know, what's wrong with me? You know, and we all know the story behind that, but the white man don't understand. You know, he does understand, but at the same time, he does question, like, why? You know, why was I created to be so wicked? Why was I created to be so evil? You know, and we all know why. But at the same time, that's something that the white man got to accept, is that you are the wicked, you are the devil, you know, that the Bible speaks of. So, you know, in time, you know what I'm saying, there's no stopping it. Like Yahweh says, I do what I want. There's nothing that you can do about it. You know, who are you to tell me what to do? How you going to tell me to give you my spirit? You know what I'm saying? When the right belongs to the children of Israel. Like the Most High said, you've stolen everything in the world. You've stolen different religions. You've conquered countries. You're controlling my atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? You done built cities. You know what I'm saying? You got the gold. You got everything that you want. I even allow spirits to be commanded by you. But you want the very thing that I can't give you, which is the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So can't have that. You know, that is reserved for the children of Israel, and that's what's making the white man mad. Like, I can't, that is what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I can't have it. I can't have that God power. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's driving him nuts. And I'm going to go to a part 2.